everyone, and welcome to a new season of the Claire Point podcast with me, your host, Randy Prizzle. Hope you guys all doing great out there. I know this weather right now, the heat out here in London, England is moving mad, trust me. Getting sweat all down my, all of that area, the crotch and all that, sweat all down my balls. Oh, these females, ski, motherfucker, goddamn, do you know what I mean? Yin Yang twin settings and all of that, East Side Boys, Little John, do you know what I mean? Gad Low, all of that, it's moving mad. But I'm not here for the weather. I'm here to bring back something that hasn't been here in about a year. So for all you guys don't know, this is the debut of a new season of the Claire Point podcast right here on the Randy Prizzle channel on YouTube. So if you haven't been following the journey and know what the Claire Point podcast is all about, I talk about TV shows, movies, Premier League, football. So we dive into all of that random questions, stuff probably that's trending on Twitter that I see that I have to talk about, then I will discuss that in full detail. So all of that above. We may even talk a bit of USC potentially down the line, and obviously sometimes maybe some wrestling. I've got my Keith Lee shirt on there. Keith Lee! Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those things, that mixes and blends together all different cultures of what's going on around and what I'm feeling, basically. So to say on that in a big level. Yes, as I said, it's one of those things. Unfortunately, I don't have a mic. Unfortunately, I live with people as well, so there will be noise in the background. I did have one, but unfortunately, the laptop that I'm supposed to be using on doesn't work. It's moving mad, so I have to obviously use alternative solutions here, and obviously the phone has come in and it's doing its job right now. Hopefully it stays doing its job. It doesn't do the thing where it's moving mad, as you saw from the intro. Man, to pattern up the intro and give something for you all to go, yeah. That looks kind of nice. Still, Randy, it's a nice touch and all that. But let me stop waffling on. Do you know what I mean? So the topics of today that will be discussed on the podcast, let's jump into some random questions, getting to know me. Obviously, for the people who don't know, I started first on the platform, which was SoundCloud. So now I've moved here to YouTube. Now, obviously, SoundCloud, I was saying whatever I wanted to say on SoundCloud. Do you know what I mean? I was moving bare mad. So I just hope I could still move the same way here. And obviously, I've put whole things in the description and that this is over the ages of 15. So if you're under 15, why are you watching this? Yeah, I've given you the warning. Yeah, I'll make some stuff like, so your parents hear it in the background. I'll be like, what's this? Do you know what I mean? Turn that off. You're watching some, adult content that's going on there. Some Triple X stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about the Vin Diesel thing. So you'll be literally in problems because I've just made them. I'm going to do it again. So, you know what I mean? So for those settings there, the parents will hear that in the background and they will know exactly what you're doing. They'll tell you to turn that off. So telling you, under the ages of 15, this is not for you. You have been warned. Let's get onto this motherfucking thing. Let's do this. I'm back and I'm here to say whatever is on my mind. So let's go. Believe. But let's go. I've been waffling on for about 3-4 minutes now. But this is what it's all about. Waffling. Waffling at its finest. You got to do the Captain Birdseye stuff sometimes. And I'm doing it in full effect right here. I'm giving it all to you. But anyways, let's get on to knowing more about me and where generally this whole podcast thing started. So I obviously started back in the days. This was a show before, and this was a show that was done on Facebook. This was about 8 years ago. This was a while ago, do you know what I mean? When I was in my early 20s, mid-20s, I could say, not early, mid-20s. And now, obviously, progressed now, jumping into SoundCloud. I was doing that for about close to 4 years, SoundCloud, and now I'm here doing it right here on YouTube, giving you all the platform and that. But as I said, SoundCloud one was strictly only a sound only, so you can hear the sound, but you couldn't see the face and all of that. I generally, for me, my eyes do the polka dot thing. They're all around everywhere, do you know what I mean? They don't stay focused in one place. So the glasses obviously are there to keep me intact, but also to prevent the light, because I do suffer from migraines and all those things. So I have to have the ultraviolet, sunglasses on to protect me from that. I can't be out here and you guys see my eyes just doing all this flashy, all that moving left, right, and that. You ain't gonna want to check me out anymore. I'm talking about the girl then. The girl then want to check me out, cool. Do you know what I mean? All the description below, you can follow me and all of that, and we can get to talking and all that thing. But it's not about the girl then. Lincoln things another time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get on to some random questions, because I've been waffling on for about 5 minutes now. Anyways, it's getting to know Randy. You know what I mean? Again, if you obviously haven't seen, man is on his probably about close to 300 plus episodes, but that was first season. This is a new season, so this will start back at number 1. Yeah, I mean, like Brian McKnight. One, it's like a dream come true. Two, I wanna be with you. Three, not all I need. You're the only one for me. Four, yeah, I mean, started back at 1. All of that, but yeah. Anyways, let's get on to some of these questions that man's got here, using obviously the phone to tell me while go on with the questions and that. I've just literally seen these, so I don't know what's going to be next in that. So, what does your brain try to make you do and you have to resist yourself not to do it? Sometimes there's times singing at random, you know what I mean? I like to do the random singing thing, as you just saw me there, you know what I mean? My brain can get pretty, let's say, I always think about females a lot, you know what I mean? And that's perceptive where I like women, do you know what I mean? So my brain just tends to jump to, if there's a nice looking woman, my brain would start thinking about that nice looking woman, and potentially if she's got a curvy body. So I like girls with curves, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just generally what I like. I like girls with a hourglass figure, all of that, looking right, get me doing mad things, you know what I mean? Just literally, my brain's like, ooh, do you know what I mean? Girl, them are looking fine, fire. They got the bumper, they got the chests, all of that in abundance is making man act mad. Do you know what I mean? Moving mad. As I said, noise in the background, I'm not alone. It's just the things that I'm going through. But this is generally what I like. Females, big asses, you know what I mean? Not BBL. I'm not a fan of the BBL. Just rule BBL out. Girls who have mad BBL, it just looks wrong with them. Yeah, I mean, where it's just overly big and it's just out there. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy to the point where you're thinking to yourself, I don't understand the perspective of getting these big things done when it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Listen, I think for me, if you're a girl and you have cosmetic procedures, personally for me, I don't like a girl that has 1. You know what I mean? 1, 2, I'd say the maximum. I'd say 1, because obviously if you have to do the nose, or the lips don't look right, I guess. But I'm not a fan of the fillers thing. But I do like a natural girl. I'm a guy who likes a natural girl. I'm not a fan of obviously the big things that are rolling in where you have to do and they're doing all the lipo stuff, that's a bit too much for man. I can't take that. Do you know what I mean? That's moving strictly off scale here. Do you know what I mean? To the point where it's just looking abysmal. Some of them are looking abysmal. They're looking like clowns. The clown emojis are coming out. I mean, the wide hips and that. They're walking around there waddling, doing the duck stuff. Do you know what I mean? They're not walking straight anymore. I can't look at that and go, yeah, that's buff. That's not buff. That's not fire. That's not what I desire. You know what I mean? That's not my queen to be. It's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not the feeling that I like. I like a natural thing, like a squeeze and touch. And juicy fruit. Juicy. All of that. But yeah, anyways, I'm stop waffling on. I'm going completely left. But you know me, on my brain, girls like the Jay-Z song. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things. I'm in my late 30s. I haven't got a girl yet. So, and I'm a single man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not tied down. I ain't got a relationship. So of course, the mind wanders. Do you know what I mean? The mind wants what it doesn't have right now. Do you know what I mean? And the girl then is what jumps into man's minds. See what I mean? Yeah, man's generally thinking more of dick and more instant and less with head. Do you know what I mean? So it's generally what it is. So it happens. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I got to say on that. Okay, what three things did your past relationship teach you? I think it taught me first not to make myself feel like a clown, because the first relationship I was in wasn't long. Do you know what I mean? It was about 2 months, 2.5 months, and me and this girl were generally in a friendship relationship. There was nothing more that went on. It was generally like, sorry again for the background noise, but generally it was generally more of that. We're getting to know each other and find out about each other, but she was very shy. Do you know what I mean? And I equally was as well. You know what I mean? You're talking about the stages when you're 15, you're getting to know someone for the first time, you know what I mean? And this was the first time I had ever had a girlfriend. So this for me was different. It was mad, you know what I mean? Getting into this, and she wasn't someone that was really receptive to like my comments and everything. She'll give one answers and I would try to, let's say, give a bit more of an effort, but I wasn't getting a lot more back. So it was very difficult. I think what it kind of generally taught me is that sometimes you've got to go a bit above and beyond to talk to the perfect girl. You got to try and spread your wings. You got to try and make her feel comfortable. You got to also be honest sometimes and express how you feel. Most times, at that time, being in a relationship and being young and stuff, at that time I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? So it's generally one of them things. I generally will have to have background music in the background, because that out there can't fly. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, it's just the wrong place at the wrong time at this point in time. But it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think the second thing is obviously to sometimes love yourself if you jump into a relationship. I think that's the most important thing. So people tend to run into relationships and not love themselves. You know what I mean? And not because at that point in time, I was struggling with loving myself, with putting myself out there, with being confident. I think I'd just come off, obviously, school, and school times wasn't great for me. It was bad. Do you know what I mean? Not saying it was bad, but I wasn't popular in school. Do you know what I mean? I was a guy that most people wouldn't really want to be around. Do you know what I mean? I was generally that guy. Do you know what I mean? A bit of a loner. I had to kind of force my way to being friends with people. Do you know what I mean? Just so I could make a connection with someone. As I said, the people I did generally connect with in school, they'd left early. Do you know what I mean? Big up Sheku, Soiree. Big up to him. Okay, you can follow him. Artificial stuff. I mean, he's got his shirts out and all that, so big him up. He left when, I think it was year 8 period of time. So from that period onwards, I had to try and make new friends, and it was very difficult. You know what I mean? You're being in a circle where people don't want you in a circle, you stand outside the circle, and then after a while, one guy, big up to him, rest in peace, do you know what I mean, kind of was one of the first people said, yeah, right, allow him in, do you know what I mean? So from that moment on, I kind of got my way into, let's say, the circle, because otherwise I was outside the circle, I was never inside, do you know what I mean? I was always looking in. I did this for about 2 weeks and I was never popular. No one wanted me around. Do you know what I mean? And I can understand that. I wasn't popular and I wasn't the man that people wanted to get to know. Yeah, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? I don't have no qualms about it. It just generally is what it is. Some people rock with you and some people don't. And that's just generally what it is. Some people fuck with you and some people don't fuck with you. It's just generally what that is. So yeah. Again, trail of thoughts is gone now. Okay. Question literally ran out of my mind, but anyways, we'll come on to the next question. What do you think is the best hangover cure? I think they always say a full English breakfast. I think is the best hangover cure. Having yourself one of them, I think, is good. I've heard having some Canada dry ginger ale is pretty good as well. I don't know why. Oh, Canada, we love you, Canada. You know what I mean? So I think that's generally what the best cure is for hangover. I wouldn't suggest having excess food. Sometimes people say crackers is good as well. Having some crackers with some water is potentially good as well. you don't eat anything else if you're feeling sick or upset. Because I think when you start feeling sick or upset, that's when you have to have some crackers or some water to keep that down in the system and that. All right, next question. We'll come to the last one and we've got to move on. All right, what are the foreign languages you'd like to master? This is a good one. I think Japanese would probably be cool to learn how to speak Japanese. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say certain things that may offend some. You know what I mean? I like to try and do that came to my mind to try and start saying stuff, but I was like, no. Randy, you're going to offend some people already. They're going to want you off YouTube. Get the fuck out of there. You pussy. Or what are you saying about us? You know, in talking in our language, trying to think you can say the words, you dickhead. Yeah, I mean, that's what they say to me. Cussing me out. And calling me a pussy or all of that. You fucking idiot. And I say, fair enough. I deserve it. Because if I didn't speak the language properly, then I should be cussed up. Do you know what I mean? I'm acting the fool right now, like ludicrous. Act the fool, you know what I mean? Tell me what you want to do. Act the fool, you know. So yeah, I think, you know what I mean, that would be nice to learn. You know what I mean? It'd be a good skill to have, you know what I mean, say the language, certain people, and surprise them. Because I've seen some YouTube videos where the man and them go around and they're surprising the people. They're like, oh, what is he saying? And then he's just saying the language to them. And they're like, oh, do you know what I mean? So it's good to surprise people when you know a different language and that. That'll be the first thing people will be like, raw. He knows the language. We can't F with him. We cannot fuck with this guy because he knows our damn language. Do you know what I mean? Making us look like a tit, especially if you're saying things behind that person's back. Do you know what I mean? You're speaking in your language about them and cussing them out. Do you know what I mean? Saying that idiot, that fool, that pussy, didn't buy something right. Do you know what I mean? What a tit. And then he's going there and he's hearing all of this. And then he's able to speak the language and say to them, hey, what are you saying about me? And they're like, do you know what I mean? That's the best thing about it. Do you know what I mean? To surprise these motherfuckers. Do you know what I mean? Come with something that they're not going to expect. Because when they see a foreign person, they'll be like, he knows our language. What? Do you know what I mean? And that's the best thing about it. Because you surprise them and they start thinking, oh shit, we fucked up here. We really done fucked up. Do you know what I mean? And there's no way back for them. They have to probably apologize. They probably might give you free food if you're going to the restaurants and you hear them talking about you. Or even in a space, they'll probably apologise and they'll probably be like, we're sorry, we didn't mean it, we're sorry, we didn't mean to say those things, it was just one of those moment things where we didn't know you knew our language. Okay, yeah, now you've been caught, you're acting a fool now. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the languages I'd like to learn. Another one, Spanish. I think Spanish would be cool to learn. As I said, big up my brethren, Jay Dizzle. I mean, aka Blue Mar. So yes, again, you can check out his music, all available on Bandcamp. So just type him up, Blue Mar Bandcamp. You'll be able to see all the music hits he's got. Good, you know, lo-fi music. My man, got big up my man Jay Dizzle and all of that. So big yourself up, brother. And also Cinema Seas. But anyways, that's that. We'll come to that and we'll move on to talk, obviously, Supacell. So now, Supacell Season 1 was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I found it fantastic. The message behind it, everything, it connected with me. Do you know what I mean? Black people with superpowers. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. Not just, you know, flipping Marvel doing their own thing, but someone else coming with a different idea and bringing something to the table. Black people being superheroes. You know what I mean? And using sickle cell as it as well. Big up to Ratman. Do you know what I mean? Everything in abundance was brilliantly told and put together nicely. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know what I mean? Like, all the people did their acting as well. Getz was superb. Getz was brilliant. One of the standout performers in that was Getz. He did his thing and he made it happen. So big up to Getz. Big up to all the cast. Do you know what I mean? Everybody did their thing. Do you know what I mean? What the annoyance thing was for me now, and I know most people probably mentioned it and said it, the guy's girlfriend, you know what I mean? I don't know her name, but you know what I mean? Obviously I know her from some girls. I think her name is Adelia. I'm just going to call her Adelia. I think that's her first name. The actor. Obviously her job as the girlfriend, she didn't have any superpowers. That girl decided to go there and make herself a nuisance. Try and be in that presence where people are fighting and they got superpowers and you ain't got no powers of yourself. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Have you lost your mind or something? And then she even got the memo that certain things were going to happen and she still went there and she still acted an idiot. What do you say to a girl like this? You found it for yourself. You fucked about and you found it for yourself. Good. Fuck you. You deserved it because you didn't learn your damn lesson from when it's got told to you first time. You decide to still go there and act a fool. So you deserve what you got. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sure many of us don't feel sorry for you. It was what it was at the end of the day. You decided to try and play hero when you wasn't a hero. So you got what you deserved. And that's what I got to say on that. You fucked about and you found out. So in a general sense, that's what it came down to. And you're trying to pretend to be this guy. You had like about 4 or 5 opportunities to scoot your way on out of there. And people say, oh, but he landed on the car and all that. Shut up. You know what I mean? She had her chance to go and she didn't go. Yeah. She even got the told warning 2 or 3 times, stay the hell away from this place, stay away from this place. She decided not to. So you fucked about and you found out, and that's what happened. It serves you right. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but I don't feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? Because I'm not your friend. Do you know what I mean? You're not a friend of mine. So I don't care. Do you know what I mean? You wanted to play hero and you're not a hero. You know, you're not a heroine. You're not none of them things. You decide to put yourself and interject yourself into those problems. Why? Dumbass movements. Dumbass movements. It just is what it is at the end of the day. So I don't feel any sympathy towards her. But I have to big up the cast. I have to big up her for doing her acting job. She did a stellar job. They all did a good job. Every single one of them. Do you know what I mean? I know obviously certain people probably feeling like, oh, why is the mixed guy in there? You know, he's not fully. Let's just cut all that bullshit out. He's a black man. Let's not do that and start putting people in different categories. Listen, it's a black father, so he's a black man. Do you know what I mean? Let's not do this, oh well, because he's not fully black. Shut up. Let's just stop that, because that's where already we're coming to our own people, just because he's not that shade of black that we want him to be. He's a black man. So what's the question there? Why are we trying to deliberate whether he's a black man or he's a black man? He has a black father. It's as simple as that. Yes, he might not be the shade of black that people probably want, but he's a black man. It's as simple as that. Why is there got to be this inquisition to like, oh, if he's a black man or not? It's madness still. It's madness. But what's going on in this world as well as madness? Free Palestine and that. Straight up. It's madness still. It will be free. 100%. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Supacell, and I'm gassed that they obviously have announced season 2 is coming as well. Season 2 is going to be fire. It's going to be flames. It's going to be exciting. I'm ready for season 2, because season 2 is just going to knock it out of the park. Do you know what I mean? If season 1 didn't already do its job, I'm gassed for season 2. It's got a reputation to live up to now, because season 1 excelled. Do you know what I mean? Probably a lot of people figure, what's this Supacell? What is this? Do you know what I mean? What is this? Like another kidulthood, adulthood sort of thing? What is it? Do you know what I mean? But with super damn fucking powers. Do you know what I mean? Giving us another dimension. Do you know what I mean? There's not just, oh, Black Panther. There's not just, oh, Luke Cage. There's another one. Do you know what I mean? We got another one. Do you know what I mean? So, or there's not just Black Lightning. You know what I mean? We got another one. So, it is what it is there. And I'm excited for season 2. I'm excited to see where the story goes. I'm excited to see how far they push it. I'm excited to see all of that. And the announcement has been made. It's been posted. They've put it out there. Ratman's put it out there. Some of the cast members and the majority of them have put it out there. And I'm excited to see it all go down. that's that for my wrapping up of Supercell. Excellent fun. If I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, it's going to get a 9.5. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think I could give it a 10 because I think there's a few. Do you know what? I'm gonna push it out at 9.8. I don't think it was a perfect score, but 9.8 for me is the minimum I could give it. I don't think it was perfect for it to get a full-on 10. I think certain things could have been avoided in certain scenes, but it was what it was. I'm giving it a 9.8. All right, and that's that. We're gonna come on to now me and my predictions. Randy Prizzle predicts the Premier League. So obviously, for those who don't know, the Premier League is coming back. It's not coming back. It is back, and the first game of the season will be on the Friday. So the Friday game that I will be predicting now, which will be at 8 p.m. It is Man United versus Fulham, which is kicking off the Premier League 2024-2025. So Man United versus Fulham. I think this is going to be at United's ground, so this is going to be a tough ask for Fulham. United last season went doing things, but now they've seen that they've got their squad in order, they've made some signings, so Man United could be looking better than they have in previous seasons. I still think there's a few players they probably would need to sign, but I think the manager also could be a problem as well. Do you know what I mean? I personally want him to stay because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan. People don't know I'm an Arsenal fan. So I'd want him to stay because if he ruins Man United, great. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of that, I do think they'll scrape over the line in this one. I'm going to go for Man United just to win in the game. I think it'll be a 2-1 score. 2-1 Man United I'm going to go for. The next game, which I've got on this list here, is Ipswich Town versus Liverpool. So Ipswich just been promoted, and the new kids on the block. Do you know what I mean? Like the group who sing that song. Little mama, if you're single, you don't have to be alone tonight. Let the DJ play the single. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be alone, I'll be your boyfriend. So yeah, anyways. Ipswich Town, Liverpool. It's a 12:30 kickoff. So on Saturday, 17th August, I think Liverpool are going to beat them. It's at Ipswich Town's grounds, but I still think Liverpool get the job done. I think Ipswich Town make it difficult for Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will find a way through. So I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. The next game I've got on this list, Arsenal versus Wolves. Arsenal will be facing Wolves at the Emirates, and it will be a 3 p.m. kickoff, Saturday, 17th August, same day. I'm going for Arsenal winning this one. I'm going to go for a tight score, to be honest, because I think Wolves will be up for the game. I think Wolves will come and want to have a mission where they want to stop Arsenal, progressing or moving forward, but I think we'll win that game. Part of me is thinking 3, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think it's going to still be a tight game. I see Wolves. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal for that one. I just think the pre-season jits and everything, I think it will be a tight game. I think we'll manage to find a goal from a header or a corner. 1-0 Arsenal. Next game, Everton, Brighton, 3 p.m. kickoff as well. Everton last season, shaky, do you know what I mean? Barely getting through, surviving. Obviously, it wasn't nice to see them deducted the points, but hey, where's Man City's deduction? That's what I'm asking. Where's theirs? They're just getting away with murder here, do you know what I mean? And these guys just, hey, they're Man City. Where's the charges? Why aren't these guys being charged yet? That's what I want to know. But anyways, I think it looks like a draw written on this. I'm going to go 1-1. I think Everton will try, but I think Brighton have got some things as well where they would not want to get beaten. So I'd see a 1-1 there. Newcastle, Southampton. I'm going to go Newcastle. 3-1 Newcastle. Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. I'm going to go... I see a draw in this as well, for some reason. Yeah. I'd say the first 0-0. Yeah. If Bournemouth don't sign a striker, I think they're in trouble. I think 0-0. West Ham, Villa. That one is another tight one, but I think Villa will edge it. I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa. Brentford, Crystal Palace. Palace. 1-0 Palace. Chelsea, Man City. That's the game of the weekend. That's on the Sunday. So that's a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. I'm going to go for Man City. Chelsea are not going to make themselves easy to beat, but I think 2-1 Man City. Leicester City versus Tottenham at Leicester City's grounds, newly promoted boys. I see a draw in this one for some reason. I'm going to go 1-1. Leicester and Tottenham 1-1. And that's it from the predictions. Obviously, last thing to touch on, Eddie Nketiah. Now, some of you may know my thoughts on Eddie Nketiah, some of you don't. Why is he still at this club? Why is he here? Why isn't he gone? I don't understand. Why didn't we accept that bid from Marseille? 27 million, and we said no, or whatever thing happened and it failed. When I first heard the news, this was yesterday, I was furious. I was really pissed off. I was like, why haven't we accepted this bid? To try and get a better striker who knows how to finish, who knows where the goal is. This guy clearly doesn't know where the goal is in terms of where he's consistent enough. My patience has run thin with him, and my patience is starting to run thin with Jesus as well, because I just don't see him as the out-and-out striker. Do you know what I mean? His comments as well that he made that last time, I'm not, okay, whatever. Why are you be saying that in interviews? I don't get that. But Eddie Nketiah is someone that, when he got the number 14 jersey, I was very annoyed. I questioned as to why he got it. Like, what made people decide that this guy's good enough to get the number 14 shirt? We've had an icon in Henry wearing that shirt, and we've come to Eddie Nketiah wearing that shirt. This guy can't lace Henry's boots. He can't even lace Adebayor's boots at this point in time. So I'm a bit miffed, and I don't understand why. This guy's been given so much chances, but Balogun wasn't given enough chances. He got sold. That this Chibi Martin guy who's gone to Man United wasn't given a chance to really come and break through at Arsenal. He's gone. But Eddie Nketiah is still here. Tell me why. Like the Backstreet Boys song. Tell me why. I don't understand. Why is he still there? I mean, he's a nice guy, but come on, man. Fuck off. Get out. Just fuck off. Go. Leave. Get out. It's the JoJo song, man. Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. He just needs to go. Leave. Like, accept the bid. Why did we not accept that bid? 27 fucking million. 27 million. You're telling me, no, you wanted to hold on for 30. For what fucking reason? Why? I don't get it. What is special about this guy anymore? This guy is not consistent. Yeah. This guy is a liability. He's not fluent enough to make things happen for us. When I see him, I see another Lacazette. The guy just runs around and chases things out. Cool, but where's the goals? Where are the goals? Yeah, man. But that's it. I'm done. That's my train of thoughts. I'm done. And that's it, guys, for this first episode of the new season of the Clarepoint podcast. So appreciate you guys checking out this episode and all of the above. If you're feeling this, you know what to do below, all of that. As I said, hopefully we'll be back in a week for another episode of the Clever Podcast. If I ain't got nothing to talk about, then we probably won't be back for until the next week. But if you're feeling this episode, you know what to do. And I'm playing games, so yeah, I'm just freezing just to see your reaction. But anyways, thank you guys for checking out this episode. My words are doing some mad things right now. But thank you guys for checking out this episode. And you're either all in or clear out.